All right, it is morning time, day 4, and I'm delirious.
Why are you delirious?
Because all my days are running together. It's like,
oh, well, that's not
rinse and
delirious.
repeat. It's like Groundhog Day. So normally we would, on the 3rd day, have stayed in a campground, but we're trying to get down to Fort Smith. We made reservations there in Arkansas today. And
we met the owners there. It's a new campground, so we're excited to go stay there.
All right, I think we forgot to do the introduction, so let's do the introduction. And just for giggles, this is actually the 3rd time we've done the introduction. The camera keeps malfunctioning, so let's get it done this time. Hi y'all, we're Alec and Cindy. We're sharing the journey. If you've been watching us for a while, you know that we live in a 2019 Tiffin open road for the last 5.5 years. And we work camp our way across the country, traveling from state to state. We are leaving our current work camping job in Montana, and we're headed to South Carolina for our next job. And we invite you along for the journey. Today is travel day 4. And we are at a Cabela's in
Kearney, Nebraska.
And we are headed today to go stay at a Cracker Barrel in Belton, Missouri, just on the other side of Kansas City, Missouri. And I would think Kansas City would be in Kansas, but only Toto's there. Not Kansas City. So this is what we've got going on. The Lincoln Drive Dash says 345 miles. We got 5 hours to get there. And then the Garmin says we've got 351 miles. Now the difference between the two is the Garmin is a trucker GPS or trucker/RV GPS. And we've inputted in our height, our length, and all that information, and so it takes us on the truck route, so we don't have to worry about low bridges and that kind of stuff. So that's great to have. But we use the Lincoln Drive Dash because it's got a 9.5-inch screen. It goes up on it hooks to my cell phone, and I'm able to see road closures. I'm able to be current and up to date. The Garmin has been out of date for a couple years now, and I can't get it to update. So we use the Lincoln Drive Dash for the normal operation, and I compare the two as we go. And what I like is, like yesterday, it would tell me speed traps and that sort of stuff. So I've got it hooked to Google. You can hook it to Waze. I just have been too lazy to download the app. And so we're going to hit the road. Oh, one other thing. We slept our butts off last night.
It felt good. And there was no noise. The only noise around us was a train track, which didn't bother us at all.
If you've been watching this trip, you know Cindy's sudden fascination with trains, so she was loving it. It's almost a fetish.
Wow!
But this is a great place to stop.
Yeah, I recommend it for multiple reasons. One, you can stay at the Walmart in town, but all the reviews I read on all stays said that that's where the high school kids like to hang out.
And last night was Friday night.
I didn't want to deal with all that.
And we'd been at Walmart for 2 days. It was time for a change. We went in Cabela's last night, looked around.
This Cabela's is on the outskirts of town.
Yep.
It was very quiet, except for the trains. So if you're a real light sleeper and that's going to bother you, you may not want to stay here, but you wouldn't have liked the high school kids at the Walmart either. And the truck stop rest areas here in Nebraska are very small. They're very narrow. And most of them only have like 10 spots for truckers.
And they're all parallel parking. which would be impossible towing the Jeep because you're not, when you tow a vehicle behind a motorhome, they recommend you not back up. So.
And so I would not suggest, you're going to have to either stay in a campground, and there were plenty of state park,
and
county
there was a private
park,
campground right as we came into Kearney.
Yeah, that you can stay at. So if you're headed down I-80 in Nebraska, do not stay at any of the truck stops. I would not suggest.
So we're going to look out our clean window, catch yesterday's video.
We actually had to do it once we got here with our own products here in the camper because it was so bad.
Because Flying J is terrible. So we're going to get on the road.
We've got a full tank of gas.
Full tank, ran the generator for 3.5 hours. We got here, it was warm. We ran it for 2 hours last night to cook dinner,
and
to run the air conditioner, to cool the coach down. Then we opened the door and it was fine. The auto gen did not turn on all night. I only heard the heater turn on briefly. It was 57 degrees last night. It stayed, according to the thermometer on the refrigerator, it stayed around 66 degrees in the camper.
Yeah, it was very comfortable.
So we're going to get on the road and we'll be back in a little bit.
All right, so we are finally getting on the road this morning, leaving the Cabela's. And there are the train tracks right across, right by the cornfield.
Would that sign say traffic on 30 does not stop?
Yeah. And we've got, what, about 3 or 4 miles before we get back to the interstate?
Yep.
I like it when we don't have to stop for gas first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that was a wise decision we made, just fill up last night before we got off the road. We got a pretty full tank. Probably used 1.5 gallons for the generator. And I remembered to reset the mileage trip thing, so when we get gas today we can see if our consumption is staying the same or if it's dropped back down to our 6.4 that we were getting.
Yeah, we're at a red light because of
fake red light.
Road construction, because they've cut the overpass down to one lane. If I remember from last night, this is really narrow right here.
Turn left onto the I-80 East ramp to Grand Island. Turn left on I-80 East.
This would give me a panic attack.
It's like somebody hit that one, it's all destroyed.
Turn left onto the I-80 East ramp, then merge onto I-80 East.
Were those eagles?
I don't know.
Was that an eagle that just flew in?
Alec, I don't know. Get off on the ramp. Quit worrying about the bird.
Check those out. I think those are bald eagles. See the white tails?
I don't see. I can't tell for sure. Oh, it does have a white tail.
Yeah, those are bald eagles. We almost took out a bald eagle. We'd have been in federal jail.
Did not.
He was like right up on the window.
Over exaggerate much?
All right, car, you're gonna have to get over, babe, because I am coming in.
What is it you say every morning?
Good morning, I love you.
Eastbound and
down. Yeah. Eastbound and down. 18 wheels are rolling. We only got 10 though. I won't subject y'all to my singing, but you know, I am excited about getting back on the East Coast. As much as I love it out west, I can't wait to see my family, the kids. The last time we saw them was a very sad event, and we did not get to do anything fun or hang out. It was all tears and crying over our son. And I am just so looking forward to having a happy winter.
And we got a happy event this fall.
Yeah, we got a wedding. Davis, our oldest middle child, is getting married in November. So we're getting a new family member, and all that's awesome. So people always go like, that's weird, what do you mean? So Lane and Greg were our two oldest children. So we had Lane's the oldest child, and Greg was the youngest oldest child. And then Davis and Harper are the middle children. So Davis is the oldest middle, and Harper's the youngest middle. And then Spencer and Reagan are the babies. And so Spencer's the oldest youngest child, and Reagan is the youngest. She's the princess. So eastbound and down. And what did I say yesterday? It's all downhill from here.
Oh, wow.
But it's not. It's
Alex, Alex wisdom for the day as to how he classifies his 6 children. You know, it's his own system. We'll let him have it.
all right. Cruise control set. Pointed east. Cruise control. I should be able to let go of the. You know, that reminds me of a story that y'all haven't heard enough stories. We were in Polson, Montana, working at the Polson KOA 3 or 4 years ago. And this man came in, and he was brand new Integra motorhome. It was gorgeous. And he was telling me a story about this doctor that he worked with. He was a doctor. And he had bought an Integra just like this, guys, and it was new. And he had just gotten through a divorce and was taking one of his nurses from the hospital.
I thought it was a pilot.
Maybe so. I thought they were. Oh, you're right, because she was a stewardess.
I thought it was a pilot.
Yeah, they were pilots, not doctors. I knew they were rich. But anyway, you're right, it was a stewardess. So he had left his wife, got divorced, blah, blah, blah. And he's taking the stewardess on a trip in his new motorhome. And he had flown, you're right, Cindy, he had flown the night before, was tired. They got in their motorhome and were in his motorhome and were headed across the country or wherever they were going. And he said, I'm gonna go lay down. I've got it set on cruise control. He got up, she slid in, which I do not recommend. And a few minutes later, she comes back and climbs in bed with them, and he goes, what are you doing? Who's driving? And she goes, oh, the cruise control's on, it's fine. And they ended up running off the road, totaling the motorhome. He spent all kinds of time in the hospital. So,
because she thought autopilot
was like, yep, that's right. And so she thought autopilot was like the pilots put on the autopilot in the plane and get up and do whatever. So she thought she could go back there. So if you're gonna get your side chick, make sure she's smarter than the stewardess. That's
wow!
I'm just saying.
Mickey would take offense to that. Make sure she knows the difference between autopilot.
Look at that elk head.
Oh my goodness. On that trailer.
Let's see if we can catch it.
Oh wow. So make sure you understand the difference between cruise control and autopilot.
Yes, and I don't advocate a side chick. From what I hear, they're a lot more work than they're worth.
You've got one chick.
One chick is all I need.
Well, we have a lot more traffic today than we've had the past couple of days.
And the wind is, if I thought the wind was bad yesterday.
Maybe once we get off of this and start going down in a different direction, it'll be better.
We get off of this in 64 miles and get on 77 south.
Alright, we're going to try to pull over at this rest area for a potty break. I hope there's a spot available because these rest areas are very small. They usually only have 7 to 10 spaces for truckers. which is where we have to park. We were just going to show you how
It looks pretty full.
it does look full. But look how narrow this is. I don't know, babe. You may have to get off at an exit. See how narrow this is? Where you pull off to the side.
Merge onto I-80 East.
And then just enough room for car parking over here. I mean, they're nice rest areas. They're just extremely narrow and not much parking for trucks.
Oh wow, look, this last one's not even in a space.
And he's pulled up.
Thank you, Amazon.
But
Yep, there's no
room at the end.
Yep, no potty break for me.
So we're gonna have to find an exit to get off at. Because the next rest area is what, 31 miles it said?
Yep.
So onward we go to look for a place to go potty. Alright, so we had to get off at a gas station.
At a Petro.
And it was busy. There was a Blue Beacon truck wash and everybody, even Chance, got to go potty.
Look at this RV park over here.
Oh, wow.
It ain't nothing but a parking lot.
Yeah,
I don't think I like that.
that's weird. Back in road construction, we're almost to Lincoln, Nebraska. And between the traffic and the wind
is awful.
this has been kind of a
You can see the
crazy
trees
travel
blowing
day.
around and they're not even showing what's really going on.
Right. And you see all the traffic in front of us, but we are coming up on Lincoln, Nebraska. We'll be getting off, you said, in about 8 miles. So we'll show you when we get out of this. Alright, we finally made it through that construction, which between that and the wind was something.
But you can look at how hazy it is from all the dust blowing around.
397, US 77
Yeah.
south toward Nebraska 2. Be interested.
Not sure what kind of road.
Exit 397 on the right to US 77 south.
You can see the trees over there. The wind is still whipping.
Yeah, it is.
But maybe it's going to be a headwind instead of a crosswind. A headwind doesn't blow you around as
I
much.
don't know, right?
Look at those trees over there, Cindy.
Yeah, I see them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think a headwind's going to be any better.
Yeah, that is.
Way worse.
Quarter miles. Take the exit on the right
Wow.
to Nebraska 2 toward Lincoln.
And this is kind of.
Hey, look at the train yard.
I know, that's a big one. But we're kind of looping around Lincoln, aren't we?
Yeah, we get off of this 1.7 miles. Get on 2.
So this is just routing us around the city,
Be in either of the 2 left lanes.
and we always follow the trucker GPS
Yes.
because it has our dimensions
Takes
in
into
it.
account our size.
Continue
So-
on the
Right.
right.
Use the left lane to turn slightly left onto West Van Dorn Street.
So whenever you go through a big city, you're gonna have to weave around the city. Not very often does it take you straight through.
Right. This count says in 1.2 miles, we're going to get off on Nebraska Highway on the right.
We were up on those bridges. The wind was
Awful.
whipping.
3/4 of a
Make a
mile.
U-turn and
Turn
park
right
right.
on Nebraska Highway.
Now the dueling GPSs, this is the only time I don't like running multiple GPSs, is one of them gets angry and starts yelling at the other one, so to speak.
Right.
Nebraska Parkway.
And I also have them set up to where they
You've got
avoid,
a green light.
I was just making sure everybody else knew that,
Okay.
Continue
to
on
avoid
Nebraska
any
Parkway,
toll
10
roads
miles.
and that kind of stuff,
Nebraska
because
Highway.
toll roads on a motorhome can get really expensive, especially towing the car. So I'd rather drive 10 or 15 miles out of the way. Not that there's any tolls here, I don't have a clue.
Because we just automatically have it set that way.
Yeah.
Now, are we on this for a minute before we get on 49?
Looks like 53 miles.
Oh, okay. So a good bit of the weaving and bobbing is done.
I hope.
Alright, so I've been doing a little investigating because that's what I do as a side seat driver. And I don't know if I can get it to where you can see it, but on my Allstays app, it looks like we could have stayed on 77 and then gotten off on 2, but for whatever reason,
See, it says truck route.
oh, it does say truck route. The tracker GPS sent us this way. And so we've gone through this small little town, but it's a 4-lane highway.
Yeah, it's just a lot of traffic, but it's got the buildings protecting me from the wind.
Yes, and it's giving you a break from the wind. That's what I was about to say. And, you know, it's fun to go through these small towns.
You know what I think I'm gonna get tonight? I think I'm gonna get the catfish dinner.
Oh,
At
wow,
Cracker
you're already
Barrel.
thinking about dinner?
Well, you just called them to make sure that we could stay the night. They said yes, they have overnight parking. And she was very nice and polite. So I think I'm gonna get the catfish dinner, some sweet tea, and some fried okra.
Woo, cheat night.
Cheat night, just on the food, not no side chick.
Oh, wow. Alright, so now we're getting on Nebraska 2 going east.
Continue for 44 miles.
Yeah. Or, as you said, we're going to be going from this to this, which made me think.
I didn't even show you on camera. We're not even talking about that. I'm from the South.
So am I.
I started doing hand directions. You know, we're going this way, we're going to go this way, and I got them all confused.
I thought we were going straight down. It's a very steep hill. We're going from this to this. I'm going like, what does that mean? I had no idea that it meant from east, west to north, south.
Alright. Now that we're all on the same page.
We could save a lot of gas if you climb up on the roof and put the sail up.
I know, right? We really could. Alright.
Oh, look. More cornfields.
So we're on this until we get to 29, right?
Right, 43 miles.
Alright. I tell you what, it is beautiful here, but Alec's not able to enjoy any of the beauty for fighting this steering wheel trying to keep us on the road in this wind.
It's like driving a shoebox through a tornado. If y'all have seen the new Twister movie, what was that guy that was in Maverick that played in that Twister movie? Where he's like, woo! That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Only problem is,
Jeez.
he's not as good looking as me.
Wow. So, I tell you, we might not make it to Kansas City.
Well,
We may pull over in this one.
I know how Toto felt.
I tell you.
No, we're gonna make it.
So, we're just slow and steady.
And the added degree of difficulty, I got a cat that's trying to lay on my feet.
Of course, because that's her new hiding spot. Alright, so the wind dies down and then picks back up. Dies down and picks back up.
I'm gonna sleep hard tonight.
Yeah, you're going to be exhausted by the time we get there. So we were going to wait until after we had been on 29 for a little while and stop and get gas right before we stopped for the night. But you said we're at what?
Well, we actually could probably hold off. This is between a half and 3/4, closer to a half, but we've only got 173 miles left.
Right, but we don't know what that other gas station's going to look like, and this one says RV's welcome.
All right, we'll go ahead and fill up, and if we need to top off, we can do a double like yesterday.
Right, or we should
Wait
have
till the
enough
morning.
until in the morning.
Yeah. All right, so your sign's coming up in 3/4 of a mile.
Oh Lord, pressure's on.
And you need to get it because in travel day 2, Karen called you out in the comments for both your naughty word and your lack of sign skills. So you need to make Karen proud.
But was that the day that no, it was yesterday that I got it.
Yeah,
Good.
yesterday's video is not up yet. It should be up Monday.
I know, I get so confused.
All right, so it looks like we're 3/10 of a mile, so it's probably going to be on the other side of the Missouri
There's
River.
Missouri River.
Jesus. Okay, I think I see it.
Missouri River. Okay, state line is in the middle of the bridge.
And then the sign, you
Oh, I
got
see
it out
it.
the sign too. So
I know. Evidently, there's a whole thing to this.
So this is Iowa.
So we're in Iowa for a very short period of time. Pretty sure I got it.
All right, Karen. Karen, let her know if she did a good job.
That sign was a little crooked.
And maybe you're crooked.
Well, this is true. Maybe.
So hopefully at the state line,
Isn't
there's
this
a
pretty?
wind barrier.
Well, and when we get on 29, we change directions.
So funny.
How are we changing directions?
We're going from this way to this way, according to Cindy.
Alright, we'll bring you back when we get gas. But we're going to be going from Iowa to Missouri.
Okay.
We're just going through the little corner.
Oh, is that all we're doing? We're just cutting the corner?
I guess. We'll see. Alright. I don't know. That looks awkward with them coming out at the trucks.
Like that. We're not doing
So we're
that.
not doing it. Okay.
Yeah,
Apparently we're not doing that.
Now, and
You
Snap
could have gone
Brothers
to
is,
Sap Brothers.
they're tight. Look how tight that parking lot is.
Okay. We're not doing that either.
In a quarter mile.
Hopefully the other one's not tight. So we're getting on 29.
Take the exit on the right.
See, I told you, you never know with us.
Toward Kansas City.
29 to Kansas City, that's where we're headed. And hopefully when we change directions, the wind will get better.
Quarter mile.
Something
Merge onto
just fell.
I-29 south.
I know, I'm checking.
I want to know what happens to all the tax money
Oh,
supposed to keep these roads up.
sorry, it's something out of the freezer. I guess I better go before the whole freezer empties. Okay, apparently when we run around that curve, the freezer flew open. The ice cream and a pork roast fell out. Got everybody, everybody.
Got everybody stuffed in the freezer. Whoa! Gosh, this wind is worse. How can it be worse?
Got everything secured again, and changing directions did not help with the
Well,
wind.
thank God we're only going this way for 87 miles.
Oh, it's gonna be a long day, y'all. Long day. I think you might need a beer tonight.
Whoa, 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 what is this in the road? Jesus Christ.
The sign flew off the shoulder into the middle of the road. All right, woo, woo, adventures, y'all.
2 beers.
Ellie's gonna need a beer tonight. All right, let's see if I can get this sign.
What state are we going in?
Missouri from Iowa.
Is Missouri the show me state or is that another state?
I don't know. That blue one,
Yeah.
because this is an informational sign here.
It says Missouri state line.
Yep,
So the
Missouri
next
state
sign
line.
has to be.
The welcome sign.
Yeah,
Welcome
that's
to
it.
Missouri. Alright, let's see how well I can do. There.
Missouri welcomes you.
And there. Got it. Woohoo!
Oh, I can't let go of the.
2 for 2.
Yep.
Alright. We're just hanging on in the wind. Alright, so we stopped at the Missouri Welcome Center.
I gotta have a break from fighting the wind. I need a break. I'm gonna answer some comments on YouTube and take the dogs for a walk and stretch my legs, rest my arms.
Maybe you can get a picture of those flags whipping in the wind.
Alright, I'm taking chance for a quick walk. I wanted to show you the flags. The wind today is no joke. I thought I'd show this to Cindy to show her how you're supposed to get a state sign.
Alright, so we're leaving the rest area.
We sat for about 30
Merge
minutes.
onto I-29 south.
Was it that long?
Yeah, I found a place to fill up our potable water container that we use in the Berkey at the rest area, so it was a good stop. Took the dog for a walk.
Continue for 64 miles.
Now back into the wind. So thanks to these trees here lining the highway, it's giving Alec a little bit of a break.
It looks like it's hitting those low trees and kind of going over. If you look on this hill up here, the tops of those trees and the hilltop is blowing away. I don't know if you can see it with that GoPro, but
that's kind of giving us a little bit of a break
a
from
wind
the
shear
wind.
or something, whatever it's called. It's
We're
like,
liking it.
yes, it's like when we lived in the country, people would plant rows of trees down their property line as windbreaks, and this is doing the same thing.
We've passed like 3 of these trucks that are driving slowly with the arrows, and it says working convoy, but I'm not real sure what they're doing. What do you think they're doing, honey?
I don't know, I haven't seen, that guy's painting the road.
Oh, I
See?
see it now. Okay. I was confused. Okay. Yep, it says wet paint. Alright. We solved that mystery. You look a little more relaxed over there, bud.
Yeah, that we've got some hills on the side of the road. We got some shelter. The wind is still blowing, but it's going across the top of us and is not as much on the road.
So we've made it to where we're going to get gas at the Loves at exit 44 off of 29
Yep.
in Missouri. Yep, south on 29. So we're going to get off here. We're going to go over to the Loves, fill up with gas, and then that way we shouldn't have to fill up with gas again.
We only have 79 more miles to the, another little over an hour to the.
Turn right onto the ramp to I-29 south.
And so we won't have to put any more gas in tonight.
No.
We'll just do it first thing in the morning.
No, probably midday, mid-roll. I'm tired.
I know.
I will say the last 25 miles was much better.
Yeah, we had all
Had
those wind breaks.
Trees blocking the road, but you could still see it going over and hitting the hill on the other side.
But that's okay. At least you weren't having to fight it.
Yes. I wonder what it's done to the gas mileage.
Oh, probably a lot.
Because we're just above a quarter tank, and I hate getting that low.
We always have options. Alright. Now, let's always trying to
Is it
figure
up
out.
there?
At the light,
Yeah.
turn left.
I climb this hill.
Yep. That's where it says entrance.
In 800 feet, make a U-turn.
On the right. You should be able to get in and out of there.
Yeah.
They've got 2 pumps. So we're not hanging out in the road. I'm gonna circle around and try to
Make
go
a
on the
U-turn,
other
then
side.
turn left
Yeah,
onto South
because that
Leonard Road.
motorhome. Daggum motorhomes.
Yeah, they've got an RV stop.
Do they?
Yeah,
right
see,
here.
there's 6 places.
Looks like that one's been living there for a while.
It does. And a nice dog park.
I like the RV stop we stopped at before. All right, sorry about the wind. We got 50 gallons, $136 and some change at $269. I'm gonna take the pump out and add our stay bill. We'll take a whole bottle. One bottle does 50 gallons. All right, time to get on the road.
Alex calculating the gas mileage.
All right, we went 303.3 miles divided by 50.47. 6.009 miles to the gallon. That's how bad the wind hurt us. So we got 78 more mile-ishes to get to Cracker Barrel. I'm getting a little fruit cup because I'm hungry and I've been stressed out. It was this or a candy bar.
He made a good choice. All right, we're through with our snack. Now we're going to head back out on the interstate, and we saw how many more?
78.
And it's hot here, y'all.
It is 98 degrees. We will be running the generator when we get there to cool the place off. I checked the thermometer. The back of the coach is 84 degrees.
It is hot, hot, hot.
We're not in Montana anymore.
That was a pretty easy
US
fuel
169,
stop.
Then take the first left.
All right, Kansas City, here we come.
Oh, I thought it did like an autopilot thing.
You're an autopilot. You're my autopilot.
I am feeling better. I was stressed out. I was getting grumpy. I got some watermelon slices from Love's Travel Center in my belly. I got a black raspberry LaCroix. I've got shelter from the wind with the trees. And I'm gonna get maybe a catfish dinner and I'll be set.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Oh,
All I
tell
need
him.
is-
Go ahead. Tell him what else you bought. You didn't
all
just
I
buy
need-
watermelon.
Is a beer and some lovin', and that will.
Okay. Tell them what else you bought at the gas
I
station.
just said beer. I
Okay.
bought a 6-pack of Coronas. No, Modelo's. It's either Modelo's or Corona.
Did he buy me any wine?
They didn't have wine.
Did he buy me any wine?
I almost got you a banana.
No, he did not.
I didn't see any wine other than Mad Dog 24.
You weren't even looking. Don't lie. Other than the wind, we just hit a traffic slowdown. From the distance, we did see blue lights.
Makes me think it's a wreck.
Can't tell. Can you see anything from your side?
Just taillights. Lincoln Drive Dash just said, watch out, accident reported ahead. That thing thinks for me. Looks like they got traffic in both directions.
In both lanes or both directions?
Both directions. See, if you look down through there, all those trucks are stopped and then they're just coming through one by one. That, or they're rubbernecking.
I think they're rubbernecking. I think the trucks are stopped on the side of the road, but the cars, I think, are rubbernecking. Because unless there's an officer down there, I don't know.
Well, I see a police car on the other side on the lane coming towards us.
This poor little Honda's scared to pull up too far because he doesn't know what that truck's
Well,
going to do.
the truck's got his blinker on to come over into this lane. He's hugging the white line.
And the people going in our direction are going to be rubbernecking just like we are. Wanting to see what's going on. But it looks like it happened on the other side of the highway.
I don't know, there's a wrecker or something on this side of the highway with his lights blinking. If we can make it 300 more feet, we'll be clear. There are more emergency vehicles on the other side of the road.
There are a lot of emergency vehicles. Looks like it's in the median.
This 18-wheeler's taking up both lanes. It's making me mad.
It's
All right,
like,
so there's an ambulance on our side of the road blocking part of lane number 1, which means that 18-wheeler needs to get over to lane number 2 and just stay there. It's in the middle. What is that? Is that all that's left? Motorcycle.
oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
I'm afraid he was DRT.
That is not good. Alright, Alex says it's coming up in 0.3 miles. You know, he does have all the stuff over there that tells
There it is,
you.
right there.
Kansas City state line.
Let me see if I can get over.
Kansas City limit. And,
Here it is, behind the tree.
oh, behind the tree. They can't make it easy.
Kansas, home of Dwight Eisenhower. Alright, that was anticlimactic.
Is it windy?
No,
Thank goodness.
things are better.
Alright, now we're in Kansas.
This is how many states today?
Well, let's see.
Starting in Nebraska.
Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and then Missouri again.
Yep. So 4 different states, just like day 1.
So this must be a busy area in Kansas.
Yeah, we got 1.3 miles left. So this is our first time
Wow,
ever
look
in.
at that.
I don't know what that was.
I don't either.
This is our first time ever in Kansas. How did you enjoy your visit?
My short 20-mile visit.
Yep.
I mean, it looked like a pretty happening place, but it is our first time in Kansas. We've never even, now we
Driven
can't
through
say
it.
that.
No,
We've driven through the corner.
we've driven through the corner.
So, Alex state line's coming up.
0.7 miles. You see how I'm helping her cheat by just giving her the countdown.
That's not cheating, sir.
You should always just be on the ready to pounce on any sign that needs videotaped.
Yeah, okay.
0.4.
I'm gonna let you be in charge.
Is that it on the right? The blue one?
I think so. I think that's it. Because this says,
Missouri. Welcome, Jim.
leaving Kansas, come again. And then Missouri. I got it
Yeah, tomorrow you're going to have to get Arkansas.
for the second time today.
And I got it once.
You got it once.
Yeah, there was a big old welcome to Missouri at the Welcome Center.
Oh, I was like, how did you get it?
Chance and I wanted to get it for you.
Just to make sure.
Just so they could see what the sign looks
Just so
like.
you, wow, I can't help it. We're going by at 60 something miles an hour. I do the best I can. So how many more miles to the Cracker Barrel?
14.
14 more miles and this day will be complete.
US 71 South.
Alright, so now we're fixing to get off of 435. and get on 49 Highway 71. It's a long exit, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, towards Joplin. That's what we want to do.
There's two 71As. Does that make sense?
No, but we do want to go towards Joplin. I do know that much.
To I-49 south, then keep right.
Oh, so once you get off, it must split.
Exit right to exit 71A, I-49, US 71 south toward Grandview, Joplin. Exit right to exit 1, I-49, US 71, 163rd
Alright, so we get off here at exit 175 and we're at 181, so we're pretty
8
darn
miles away.
close.
7 miles away.
Look how pretty these overpasses are with the fencing. Isn't that nice?
That is nice. Look at that car. You see that?
No. Alright, here's our exit, 175. Alright, there's the Cracker Barrel on the food sign.
In 900 feet,
Go to
use
the
the left
left.
2 lanes to turn left on East 163rd Street. Then turn right.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you
At
need
the
to
light,
turn
use the
left.
middle lane to turn left onto State Highway Y East 163rd Street. Turn left on East 163rd Street.
See, that one wants
Then
me to go
turn
down
right on Point
another
Drive.
exit and turn around.
That's because it's out of date. Alright.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Point Drive.
Right onto Point Drive.
Turn left at the
Oh,
traffic
another
light.
There's the
stoplight.
Cracker Barrel up on the hill. You see it?
Oh yeah. Durr. Right in
It's
front of my
painted.
face. You've got the arrow. Right in front of my oh well, you can't see it now.
Turn right onto Point Drive. Then turn right. Turn right on Point Drive.
Why don't we
Then
turn
turn right.
here?
Turn right. Point Drive. Turn right.
Turn right, then slight right.
Turn left on
Turn right.
Stillness Drive, then
So-
take the first left.
In 500 feet, you'll arrive at Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. Your destination will be
Oh,
on your
there's
right.
RV parking right there in front of you, bud.
Yeah. But it looks awful short.
It does look awful short. So, we'll have to get out and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is our dilemma. I mean, we could pull up a tad
And over.
to the end of the curb. See, the Jeep is hanging. I mean, it's hanging out from that curb, but not this one. So what we're thinking about doing,
I think I'm going to try circling the building.
well, that's what I was going to say. I think it'd be better if we brought it around and we parked in these parking spaces right here.
I'm going to go walk up front and see what it looks like.
So do you
Yes,
want...
the generator's running because it's 93 degrees outside. It got so hot in the camper for the animals that we turned the roof air on up front.
For the generator, only for that. So Alec's gonna move the motorhome because those RV sites, if we just had the RV, they would be fine, but we're towing the vehicle we really don't want to have to disconnect. So I'm giving him advice on how to turn, which that's silly, isn't it? Because I don't drive the thing. But he was able to make that turn just fine. Look at him whipping that thing around like he knows what he's doing. But this will be a much better parking spot. We'll be out of everybody's way, and we won't be blocking a lane of traffic.
All right, so we made it to Cracker Barrel. It is, I don't even know what time it is. I think it's 5:30. 5:30, whatever time zone we're in. And you saw me turn around. We ended up going, how many miles, Cindy?
351.
351 miles. We spent $136.23 on gas today. It's really adding up. And we're done for the day. We're gonna go in to Cracker Barrel, enjoy a nice dinner, and then we're gonna go to bed early because the wind absolutely wore me out. So we'll see you in the morning. Talk to you later. Say bye, Cindy.
Bye.